take time to use the toilet, you can just smash that waffle. If you can figure that out, good for you. Yes, there is a thing. You can take a shit in your shower and then you stop it through the drain and it becomes a smashed waffle.
What? Now
Exactly.
I've learned my
Ew.
experience with things in the past
Hey,
is
just in the
that
past.
anything online that has to do with waffles is
Is it a good
usually
thing?
not good.
Yeah. Well, that's why when you said like
So
people were holding these waffles on Facebook, I'm like, whoa, that can't be good.
no, that's funny. Oh man.
So yeah, that is a thing. A smashed waffle. You can smash your shit in the drain of your shower, I
Don't
guess.
smash your waffles, people.
Yeah, don't
Don't
do
do
that. Don't
it.
do it.
That's
All right.
just
Stupid news of the
nasty.
day. Okay. All right. Let's see which one we'll start out here with. Following an alleged prank call at the Morro Bay Burger King on Saturday evening, a restaurant employee crashed his car through the front entrance and then crashed into part of the drive-through. No, you're supposed to literally drive through. I mean that's the idea. You don't literally drive through the drive-through.
You can. It happens.
I don't know. Part of the drive-through. Yeah, he crashed his car. Police claim they began breaking out. They began breaking out restaurant windows after receiving the prank call from a person who said was a gas leak at the Burger King. Employees then broke out more than a dozen windows, and one employee crashed his Dodge through the front doors, allegedly to provide ventilation. This is nuts. This story is crazy. And so the employees claimed to be breaking out restaurant windows after receiving the prank call saying that there was a gas leak. So there was a guy driving by, he started taking a video, and he's like, holy crap, he called 911, and he said, holy crap, I just watched a team of Burger King employees wreak havoc on the Burger King in Morro Bay. Jagger wrote on his Facebook page then afterwards, right when I rolled up, they had just finished busting all the windows out, and the guy in the white Dodge had just smashed his Dodge through the front doors of the facility. Oh my shit. Upon arrival, firefighters found the damage to the facility, but no gas leak. I think these employees just wanted to fuck up their place of business. Like, hey, let's say there was a gas leak, man, so we could fucking fuck this place up. I don't know. Just because you get a phone call that says there's a gas leak, maybe you need to research that shit a little bit more before you start busting out windows and shit. Where was the manager at? What was he doing? Is he the one saying bust out windows? He needs fired. Bad call, dude. Bad call. That's all I gotta say. All right. Next, man tries to sell narcotics in the courtroom. Gets arrested. No, we went over this yesterday. Please, in your court, number one, don't take drugs there. Once you get past that step, though, then don't sell them. I mean, if you get into the courtroom with drugs in your pocket accidentally, okay, but then don't try to fucking sell them, people. Give me a break. Suspected burglar helps police by signing on to his Twitter account during his break-in. Okay. Guys, in the age of technology, you got to think a little bit. You're breaking into someone's house.
Look, just because every time you go somewhere and do something, you have this urge to take a picture of it and post it on social media, on your Twitter, on
Well,
your Facebook.
yeah.
When you're doing something illegal, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If you go out to dinner and you want to take a picture of your plate of food, fine. Actually, you know what? Don't do that either. I'm tired of seeing
We don't
everybody's
care.
food. Every time they go out to eat, I gotta see a picture of somebody's food. Don't do that either. You know what? Stop taking pictures and posting them on social media. Just stop
Especially
altogether.
when you break into someone's house, don't use their computer to sign in onto your Twitter account.
Is that what he did? He used their computer?
Yeah. He used their computer. Knowing this, he probably left it signed in. He probably left himself signed in, too. And
Did
left.
he leave his phone in the car or something? What the hell?
I got a phone one, too. Florida woman steals $2,000 in designer clothes from an outlet. She pees in the dressing room and then forgets her cell phone at the crime scene to later be arrested by said cell phone being left at crime scene.
She peed in the dressing room.
Well, you know, she figured, hey, I'm going to steal $2,000 worth of shit. Here you go. Squirt, squirt. People do the stupidest shit, man. She probably was already in the process of stealing shit. She had to go to the bathroom. She didn't want to go to the actual restroom, have to cause a scene or anything, drag all the stolen shit in there or whatever. So she probably just pissed in the dressing room. But see, here we are, the age of cell phones. Everybody says you can't live without your cell phone. Well, if you forget it somewhere, not only is your life fucked because everything's in there, but if you're stealing shit, you're going to get arrested. Technology and crime doesn't mix well, it looks like. Mr. Bezow Doo Zippity Bop Bop got his hearing after his arrest. He was arrested and charged with the a crime of. Let me see. I'm trying to remember what he. This we talked about, Mr. Bezow Doo Zippity Bop Bop. Zippity Bop 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 arrested for assault. So yeah, he has been tried and is going to be spending some time in jail. Bezow Doo Zippity Bop Bop Bop. Good luck in jail, sir. I think your new name's going to be Zippity Bitch Bend Over Bitch. Okay. Georgia mayor was charged with impersonating police and drunk driving. So this is an interesting one. We have a mayor that thought, oh, I'll go out, I'm Mr. Mayor, I'm Mr. Mayor, I'm the mayor, I can do what I want to do. Mayor of a tiny Georgia town has been jailed on criminal charges after sheriff's deputies pulled him over for driving a police cruiser while drunk. He is the mayor of Jacksonville, Georgia, a town of about 140 residents located 90 miles south of Macon. The mayor was being held Tuesday at the county jail on charges of impersonating an officer, number one, and driving under the influence, number two, all while he was in a police car. Residents complained that they often saw him driving a police car, and it says that the mayor told deputies that he had weed in his system after he refused a blood and urine test. A woman answering the phone at Jacksonville City Hall referred a reporter to an attorney, David Venable. He did not immediately return any phone call for this said reporter reporting this stupid story. Yeah, when you're mayor of a town, you can't just play police officer. It's not allowed. DA investigators suspended after butt biting at a bar. San Diego Tribune reports. Yes, we've got a butt biter here, guys. A veteran investigator for the district attorney's office was given a 20-day suspension. Wow, a whole 20 days. I bet he even got fucking paid. He probably even got a paycheck. It wasn't probably leave without pay. I guarantee it. So anyway, in a job transfer, so he also he had to get his job transfer after internal investigation into whether or not he bit a female prosecutor on her butt at a nightclub, and he left hard enough bite. He bit her hard enough to leave a bruise and impressions of his teeth marks, or his teeth, I guess. The incident involved District Attorney Investigator Francisco Ramirez, 42. He was described to Watchdog by 5 sources from inside and outside the DA's office in the San Diego Police Department. All of those 5 people that reported him to this Watchdog website requested not to be named. Yeah. So he bit another lady's butt, another attorney's butt in the bar. Okay. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Broncos player says, I tried to rub my nuts on Tom Brady's face.
What?
Broncos player says, I tried to rub my nuts on Tom Brady's face. The Broncos gave Tom Brady arguably the worst physical beating of his career on Sunday, sacking Patriots quarterback 4 times and hitting him. Why is my thing scrolling all over the place? Hitting him a total of 20 times, more than any quarterback had been hit this season, according to one player. One player never did a lot more than just hit Brady. Said an anonymous Bronco defender told Robert, the person that's reporting here, told him that they tried to lay on Brady a few times after hitting him. More specifically, the player said they tried to teabag him. I tried to lay on him a few times, and the pass rusher said, and I tried to rub my nuts in his face. How do you like that? See, these are just nothing more than kids out there, these boys, and their $1 million salaries. Yeah, they're trying to teabag a multi-million-dollar quarterback. I bet that. I understand. Some of those defenders probably they probably don't make very much compared to what he makes. I guess if they were better players, they would make more than they could. They wouldn't have to bitch. But I guess it'd be gratifying to rub your nuts into some guy's face if he was like some star quarterback or something. Oh my God, I'm still sick. Okay, North Korean bombards South using toilet paper. The North Korean government said on yesterday, I think it is, they said they were using toilet paper to show a protest to them putting balloons up. I guess South Korea puts balloons up all the time and drops like propaganda, American movies, all kinds of like news and shit to the residents in North Korea. They like blow up big helium balloons and then like float shit over. And I guess in protest, the North Koreans are doing the same thing, but they're doing it with toilet paper with propaganda messages on it as well to the South Koreans. So, isn't that a bit childish?
And it says used toilet paper.
Yeah, used toilet paper. Yeah, and so Yeah. So, anyways, Pyongyang began reflating the balloons that were getting dropped in their country, and then they're filling them with used toilet paper and sending them back to South Korea. Yummy. Okay. Uh, isn't it a bit childish? This country has nuclear weapons, and it threatens to bomb America all the time. And it is one of the true, real threats in the world. Yet we act like he's a joke. He acts like he's a child when he does shit like this. I mean, it's scary. It's really scary. Kim Kardashian's new poll out about Kanye West, or whatever the fuck his name is, got more votes than the Iowa caucuses did this past Monday. I guess Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump aren't as exciting as Kim Kardashian's big butt and Kanye West's
What was
rapping,
the poll?
I guess, or whatever.
What was the poll?
Let's see here. Kim Kardashian's poll was about, let's see here. February 1st, Kim Kardashian tweeted a poll that more forever shake the foundation of the American democracy, going head-to-head with the Iowa presidential caucuses. On the same day, Kardashian asked her Twitter audience what Kanye West's new album should be called. So it was a poll on what it should be called. She got more votes than the entire Iowa caucus. Exactly a tally for people partaking in the Iowa caucus is still unknown, but according to an article published in the Des Moines Register earlier today, Republicans had about 180,000, the Democrats had about 240,000, and estimates show that Kim Kardashian's poll got more than 420,000 total participants. So, oh wait, no. Actually, the total number was 420 participants in the caucus. That number is 440,000 less than Kim Kardashian's poll numbers, which would be 860,000 votes.
No,
so she almost got 1 million votes.
No, I think you're reading that wrong. That number is less than the 439,000 votes in Kim Kardashian's poll.
Oh, so it was
Kim
just barely.
Kardashian, yeah, it was just shy, but still.
Oh, well, but still, just the fact that she's that important that 500,000 people voted on his stupid album name. Yeah, call it shit. How about that?
So, and if anybody is interested on the album names, 30% voted for the album name being called Swish. 24% voted for Waves. And 46% of the votes went to So Help Me God.
So Help Me God is, oh my God. Okay, again, let's call it shit and be over with it.
And the total votes, 439,102 votes. Wow.
Okay. Chris Christie on Hillary Clinton says, I'll beat her rear end on the debate stage. Well, I think you're a little concerned about Hillary Clinton's rear end there. Because he's like, oh, I'll beat her rear end. Oh, yeah. Chris Christie. I don't know anybody else that got lap band surgery that got as fat as you afterwards. Okay. And to wrap up the funny, stupid news of the day, and this one fell on the really stupid side of yesterday's list. Lutheran Church tells old woman she can't be buried next to her husband because of poor church attendance. That's right, folks. Better worship God, or they will come and take your grave plot away. And that's the super funny news of the day. All right. What's next? I was expecting Natalie to show up by now. She was having problems.
Did you see this? There's an update on the mozzarella stick issue with McDonald's.
Really? Ooh, we did the mozzarella stick one the other day, so hey, let's hear this shit.
McDonald's mozzarella sticks are now the subject of a class action lawsuit.
Yeah. Last time I had one of these, it was a hot coffee in a lady's twat area. And I bet it's a mozzarella stick that burnt somebody's twat area now. Maybe? Maybe they put the
McDonald's
box
is
of
already
mozzarella
in the
sticks
midst
with
of some social media backlash over whether
squished
its
out and all the hot,
mozzarella sticks actually
hot,
contains any cheese.
like,
Man in
mozzarella.
California is looking to get $5 million in damages from the company for himself and 40 other consumers involved in the suit, all because the chain claims that the sticks are 100% real cheese and real mozzarella according to Law 360. Oh, this is different. Wow, they're going to look back at these mozzarella sticks and say this is one of the biggest mistakes they ever made because it's being scrutinized quite a bit.
Yeah.
Had the issue with the
mozzarella sticks
missing
at McDonald's.
cheese.
I don't
Now
suggest it.
people are saying it's not real cheese. I don't know.
Then
$5
what
million
is it?
lawsuit.
I
Get
don't
on
want to
that.
know if it's not real cheese. Ew, that's so gross. Alright. Alright, next I've got a little list here of a couple things we can go over. Trying to... There we go. Alright, did you know what the top 10 hardest languages are to learn?
That what? Which language?
This is called the, what are the hardest languages to learn?
Okay.
Number one is Japanese.
Okay, I can see that.
I can see that. And you know, it's funny with the Japanese and the Asian languages in general, it's just how ancient those languages are because they still use like the symbols.
Yes.
And a lot of their symbols mean like phrases and also words and
Yes.
all
Yeah.
kinds of shit. It's just amazing that
They've
that's
carried that
why
on.
it's so difficult to learn.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that Japanese is one. Two is, of course, next one would be Chinese. And I think they're putting this into two categories, Mandarin and Cantonese. Of course, those are two different dialects of Chinese. They've got different words and I think actually different way that they write their glyphs and everything, too. Number three, Korea. And still we're kind of in line with all this. They could have just said Asian languages. Number four, Arabic is number four. In a very ancient language. The Arabic alphabet is is far similar than Chinese or Japanese, but it can seem just as intimidating. It's not, it's still a character based.
I wonder how they're I wonder what this is based on, as in like learning a language. Is it learning to speak a language? Because you can learn to speak a language and not learn to write.
Mm-hmm.
There are differences. I wonder if it's as a whole, if it's both. Like, you would be fluent in both written and verbal. I'm just curious.
Okay. Let me see. This and so they go into that a little bit. They said how we picked this is there's more to than it's not 100% accurate. Learning a language is subjective. Difficulties can vary, and whether you're learning just to speak, it says it right here that whether you're learning to speak or actually learning the language in a whole as the write and and read, then that's also different levels of difficulty too.
Yes, yeah.
But this is just in general, I think, just learning the language. So I mean,
So verbal.
take it as general as you want.
So verbal. It's,
Yeah.
just general.
So Arabic, and then Estonia is number 5, and that one was shocking to me because I didn't know that was like even a different language. I didn't know that. I don't know.
I didn't either.
I don't know. Finnish is number 6. I can imagine that. Hungary, also another Germanic language. Hungary.
Which was number 6?
Finnish.
Finnish is, it's actually, because I looked up Estonia, and it's funny because Estonia is a branch of um, Finnish Uralic language.
Yeah.
So they're very similar. I would
Yeah, all these Nordic, Germanic languages. Yeah. Hungarian is number 7.
Hungarian is another one.
They have many unique vowel sounds.
Yeah. Hungarian.
They have consonant pairs like tig, neka, neka, sniggers, jiggers, diggers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hungarian is it's distantly related to Estonia.
Yeah.
So they're
number 8, and I didn't know this was still a practicing language. I guess it makes sense. Mongolian. And I didn't know that was a separate. I didn't realize. I don't know. For some reason, I didn't really look at Mongolia as like still a, but it is. It's still an entity. It still has its language and.
Huh.
Yeah. So. There's traditional Mongolia, and then there's an inner, more like cryptic Mongolian that they can teach you too. So there's 2 different versions. It's weird. Number 9, back to Asia, Vietnam. Okay, that makes sense. And then number 10, Thai. It falls into place with all the Asian, with all the characters, and I can imagine this. They said there's 6 tone denoted by different symbols in an ancient Thai, and that it can be very difficult to learn these different tones. It's really different. Thai characters are often very difficult to understand. Many of them look like letters, but actually don't. Yeah, they're weird. Yeah, it's definitely interesting, languages around the world. We talked about that too because we were talking one time about there was lost languages in the world that they're only maybe 100 people speak and shit, and a couple of them had the clicking sounds and shit in it.
What is it? The Hoysian.
Yeah.
The Hoysian language, the clicking languages in Africa. You would think that those would be in there somewhere, on the top.
Yeah. I don't know. Hoisin sauce is good. Goofballs.
It's with a K. Khoisan language or something like that. Click language. So where do we fall on that list again?
Well, we're not. I don't think English is on that list.
Oh no, huh? Because I've heard that English is a difficult language to learn.
Yeah, I do have going along with that. I do have. It's an interesting clip on what English sounds like to non-English speaking people. Like what English, if you didn't understand English, what it sounds like. Like when you listen to someone speak Spanish, you know what that sounds like. You know what, and almost even an English speaker, if you listen hard enough as an English speaker, you can almost pick out words, and you can kind of almost follow through. Like I was with Mama Siti the other day. We went out to lunch, and she went to her group meeting where they all speak Spanish and everything. And I learned Portuguese a little bit when I was younger because I went to Brazil and stuff. But I was never good at Spanish, never to the point where I could understand anything. But just sitting there with them for an hour or two, like I got the gist of what they were talking about just by picking up words here and there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that hard, but it's kind of interesting because I did find a video of people saying this is what English sounds like to them when you don't speak English. It's really difficult. So I can pull that up. We can look at that. Wow, that was interesting. All right. This is the first clip I watched. It's kind of funny. But this, just gives you an idea of what we might sound like to people that don't speak English.
Wait a minute. Okay, so
It's not.
we're in Pinecrest.
I don't know how, like, the way they use the words, they're using them for different meanings, but I guess the idea is just the way we say our words and how we put them together might sound different to foreign people. But I was kind of hoping he'd be back for this. Well, let's see here. Shit. All right, well, let's just play it. Fuck it.
I won't tell no one your name. A tired song keeps playing on a tired radio.
Can't fight the tears that ain't coming.
All I can taste is this moment.
Thousand other boys can never. Everything feels like the movies. You talked out all your anger for your own son.
Oh, the priest is on the phone. Your father hit the wall. I'm just like.
Yeah.
And you're the
All right, man. Peace out. Cool, no problem, man.